Hi, I'm Eloise Spencer. I'm a manager of master data management here at Church & Dwight. And I have been at the company for a very long time, for over 30 years, and I really enjoy what I do.
Hi everyone, my name is Renelle, LeBlanc. I'm currently transitioning from the product data manager to Eloise's role, which will be the master data manager for supply chain management.
What our day-to-day job is, and what makes this such an exciting position to be in, is that there's never a dull moment. One day doesn't look like the next. There's always projects going on. There are always some minor fires to put out, and there's guidance that always needs to be given. So working in IT, in master data, we are the building blocks of the company. As we always say, the company can't function without the work that we do. So it's very exciting for us to make sure that it gets put into our systems correctly and works from beginning to end.
The part that I'm currently transitioning off of, product data management, we work very closely with R&D, marketing, supply chain, a lot of cross-functional teams to ensure that the data that we need for our products to be produced are correct, and that we get it to the master data team so we can get it into the system correctly for production.
Mine was certainly not an IT path. My degree is in environmental planning and design, and with a certificate in landscape architecture, right? You'd never expect somebody with that sort of a background to be working in IT. But I did, what was considered landscaping at the time, and decided it wasn't really what I wanted. So I had my degree. I'm very happy. You need a degree in order to get a lot of different roles, but it opens the opportunities up to do anything that you can think of, any opportunities that come along. This opportunity came along at Church & Dwight, where I started out in R&D, believe it or not. So it seems to be a good stepping stone to get into this type of organization. And moved from there to various roles around the company. I went from R&D to our contract manufacturing department, where we kind of run sort of planning and manufacturing in the outside world, so plants that we don't own. And from there went to purchasing, so did procurement for all different kinds of materials, chemicals, rigid packaging, flexible packaging, all kinds of purchasing items. Lots and lots of people, had lots of opportunities. From there I came to IT, to their master data group, as it was just after it formed, and didn't really know what I was getting into, and found that I love it. This really suits me and makes me very happy. I'm a data person, and I didn't even realize it.
For me, I actually started with my associates in accounting. When I decided to do my bachelor's, I started with finance, which, I laugh at now, but I remember being in school, and I think we were in a class, and the professor said, "Everyone for finance, stand up." And it was 90% of the class that stood up. And I looked around and I said to myself, these are gonna be people I'll be competing against to get into the workforce. And at the time, supply chain management was new at my college. So I decided, okay, I'll take that step. I'll go over to supply chain management. Being a new degree at school at the time, I found the opportunity to do a co-op. I did one at J&J, where I actually worked in master data at J&J. And that, for me, after leaving school, I said to myself, I do need to find a job in that field. So not too long after, I came over to Church & Dwight, and I started, within the IT organization as a product change analyst, and then made my way up to what I'm now a manager, and now transitioning over to the master data side. So it's been a very interesting progression. with education-wise and getting that experience. And I think it's been great with working with all the cross-functional teams that we meet throughout our journey.
My goodness, I would say the most change that I have seen has been recently, right? Because the world is changing more recently, and the opportunities now for women are fantastic. This is so much better. There has been, back 30 years ago when I first started, sounds like the dark ages, but it really, it was still, women were encouraged to participate. But you still came up against roadblocks within the system, where you'll find, and hopefully you won't find this anymore, but back then you'd find that women always got the lower paying positions, and they were promoted based on actual accomplishments, whereas your male counterparts were promoted based on possibilities. They had the opportunities were presented to them and came with a promotion for them. There's still a little bit of that, but hopefully it's going to be less and less as time goes by. So I think it's a very exciting time right now for women in, so many fields. It's really amazing. And if you look even at colleges, there's more women in college than there are men. Women are doing some fantastic things. So really, really exciting out there. Do whatever makes you happy, right? Don't let anybody tell you can't do something. My original, when I was in high school, I wanted to be an architect. I like drafting, I like detail, I like that kind of thing, which probably is why I went into landscape architecture, because I went to my high school guidance counselor and told him I wanted to be an architect, and he laughed at me and said, girls aren't architects, there's no girl architects. God, can you imagine any guidance counselor doing that today? And I left very dejected and did not go into architecture. But I did find something closely aligned to it. Don't let people tell you you can't do something. If it's in your heart and you want to do it, just go for it.
Yeah, I would say to that too, do what you want to do what you love to do, because no matter where you go, you may face a little obstacle here or there, but it's really important for you to focus on what you want for yourself and don't be afraid to pursue it.
Don't say, no, this is the path I want to take. Just say, I like doing this. Look at your hobbies, you like to read books, what do you like to do? And then figure out how you can do that as a career. You will have the best career of your life. Do things that make you happy. Yes, you want to have things that make money too, because money makes you happy. It makes you be able to do things. You can go places and have fun. But don't work for money. Work for happiness, and you will have a wonderful life.
I think my advice would be versatile. Definitely do not put your eggs in one basket, because that can set you up for disaster. So, like I said before, pursue what you want, be versatile. Take as many opportunities that come your way, because you may think you enjoy something now, in the future it definitely would change. For me, I started off in accounting. I loved accounting, and now I'm in a totally different space than when I started off before. So I think enjoy your journey and do what you think is best for you.
Take every opportunity that comes along. Make sure that you don't say no to something because you're afraid of it. Don't be afraid.
Correct.
Don't be afraid. It is a world of opportunities out there. And I'll tell you right now, you're going to go out there, you're going to work in the world, and you're going to have a bad boss. We all have bad bosses. Bad bosses go away. Stick with it. If you like the job and you don't like the boss, they change. And good bosses, oh my God, will make your career, every day will be a pleasure to go to work if you're working with people that you like too. People make a big difference.
Yep.
I would say you should not be afraid to talk to adults. right? I know as when I was young, our teachers were kind of in their own world, and I talked to the other kids, and kids my age. Adults were kids too. I think we forget that, when we were young, we didn't even realize, hey, they're real human beings and they're real people. Don't be afraid to talk to teachers, especially if you have somebody you can relate to, and ask them the questions that you may be afraid to ask your parents or other adults in your life. So if you have someone, they've been through some experiences, they can help guide you in ways that maybe you hadn't even thought about. And you can open avenues. Maybe they'll direct you to a certain resource or another person who'd be really good for you to talk to and guide you along your way. Don't be afraid is really what it comes down to. Overcome your fears, take a deep breath, open your mouth, and speak the words. And that sometimes is real tough, but good things for you to do.
Networking. Definitely, if you have the opportunity to be involved in different organizations within school, get involved with those. And I don't mean just get involved just to say, yeah, I'm a part of the organization. Mm-hmm. Be proactive, try to become the president or someone of the board so you can get that leadership responsibility, because I think that's definitely key.